Welcome back to The Agenda. This is Katie Chambers. I'm with you till 1 p.m. this Friday. And if you have been following the story of Wolfi's bike shop, we've covered it on the show last week, you will know that it has been an emotional few weeks. Not just for the shop and Wolfi himself, but for the cycling community here in the UAE. A fire forced the closure of their iconic Sheikh Zayed Road store. You know, the name's been around for 23 years. And rightly so, fans of Wolfi's across the region, you know, rallied with messages of support. And, you know, many of you told us just how much the shop meant for your cycling journey. We had so many messages on our social media when we shared a clip of Wolfi, you know, explaining what had happened. You know, it really made us realise what this shop means, you know, not just as a shop, but to the cycling community as a whole. But this week, we've had some more positive news for the shop and also the community. Wolfi's has announced the launch of a brand new pop-up store, you know, maybe more than one, right here in Dubai. So you will still be able to get your bikes, gears, you know, accessories while the team works on a brand new permanent location. So to tell us more, I'm joined in the studio this morning by Wolfi himself, a founder of Wolfi's bike shop. Wolfi, this is fantastic news. Congratulations. I mean, you must be breathing a sigh of relief.
Yes, we are. And the whole team is very happy to have a place to go back to work. Yeah? Sometimes maybe you have some days when you don't want to go to work and suddenly this place where you went for over 20 years has been taken away for you. And so it's nice to have a place. And I think it's good as well for the community that have a place to mingle, come for their coffee, have a chat with their fellow cyclists. And it has been just amazing. I remember that we got a call from the Skoda and Allianz Sons team the day after the fire. We have a good working relationship with the people, and the people have been in cycling. Skoda has been a great partner for the Tour de France for over 20 years. They're providing all the cars. And they have started with bicycles at the beginning when they opened their company 130 years ago. They started with bikes, producing bikes. And they called us and said, listen, we hear that you have a problem and we're here to help you. And so they offered us to make a pop-up in their showroom, on their newly built showroom on Sheikh Zayed Road. And it is just fantastic that we can be there.
So this is the Skoda Allianz Sons showroom, Sheikh Zayed Road. You will have how much of a pop-up? You know, is it significantly like Skoda's and you're in the corner, or is it, you know, quite a big space?
No, it actually feels really organic, and it is maybe 1/3 of the showroom we have been given, and we have a full-on operation. And I said to my team yesterday, and I said, listen, I think what we did is nothing short of a miracle, and everybody worked as hard as they could to make it work. And if you come and look at it, it's really fantastic. We have some nice videos on our social media to share how it looks like, but I think it's really it feels really good because obviously of the brand association with cycling for so many years, and we tried to make it look as harmonious as we can. But it's really good, and I think it's almost like a bit of a case study. Will this work if different brands work together, and we can hopefully bring customers to the store, and for us obviously it's a blessing that we are allowed to be there and we have a new space, because this gives us time to serve the community, to have a place for our team to work while we're working on other 3 other pop-up options we are working on, and then obviously the final solution for Wolfis.
Is that the business model, pop-ups, or are you looking for a brand new big store, you know, with your name on it, rather than partnering with others?
Yes, at the moment we are looking at partnering, and we have 2 locations where we hopefully can have our own smaller stores, but we're looking at different areas. I mean, Dubai has been growing so much and the cycling community has been growing so much, and we use this now as an opportunity to see what would we really do if we could start fresh again with all the learnings from the last 23 years. Where would we do it in the best possible way? And this is what we're doing right now. I
mean, in one respect, not that the fire is a good thing, but almost starting from scratch isn't always a bad thing, is it? You get to rethink things, redesign things. It's a bit like, you know, Al Maktoum Airport, them getting to build a brand new airport from scratch. You know, you can sort of build an airport or maybe a bike shop for the future. Just going back to the fire, any indication as to what caused it? You didn't know last week. You still don't know this week.
We still don't know.
Gosh, is that hard? It must be hard not having any sort of closure on it, I suppose.
Yes. The fire team has done a great job, and the forensic team has been a great job. But this is a fire site which is completely burned down, and it's very difficult to see where the fire started. And it's hopefully tomorrow we have a visit again, and then we hopefully see what caused it. But yeah, at the moment we don't really know.
Okay. Going back to your new pop-ups, stock-wise, I know you lost a lot of stock in the fire. Are you able to fill these pop-ups? Will you be able to offer a service, bike servicing, that sort of thing?
Yes, we can do a limited amount of bike servicing. We have 2 tents behind the store where we're working, and I think the weather's good and the mechanics enjoying a bit of sunshine, and we put some Peloton sunscreen on them when they're working outside. But no, over the last 23 years, we have built a good reputation in the market. So all of our suppliers reached out immediately and said, listen, how can we help? How can we support you? We have our shop in Abu Dhabi. We have our distribution center in Kizat. So we were ready to prepare everything. We knew we were going to come back. So the team was working the day after the fire. We started building new bikes. We started deliver bikes to the people who had lost the bikes in the fire where they had them for repair.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And we were able to deliver the first bikes after 24 hours, 48 hours. We're working through it. So we are, if you haven't gotten your bike back, we're working on it. And I'm sure the team is in touch. So this was something we wanted to do, is that if people are suffering and they don't have their bike, we don't want to make their problem our problem. So we were keen to fix every issue we had unfortunately kind of created with the fire, that people can get back on their bikes. The weather's perfect, and we don't want to take them off their bikes for too long.
No, it's the best time of year, isn't it, to be out and about on your bikes. In terms of the response, is word getting out that you're open for business again?
Yes, I think we were quite strong, and thanks to our marketing team and thanks to all the people who have shared and liked our messages, it was amazing. And I had an interesting story. Yesterday I got a call from a unknown number, and I picked up the phone, and there was a mother, and the son had an operation. And he woke up out of the operation, and he's fine. Everything went fine, but he had anesthesia, and he woke up, and the first thing he said was, "Oh, where's Wolfi? And where's the shop?" And so he was still half under anesthesia, and I thought it was just so interesting how important the shop was, that while he was under, he was thinking about it, and that she had. Thanks for calling and sharing these stories, and it has been just amazing how many people have called me and sent me messages and shared the stories we had shared together for the last 23 years. So this is really amazing.
Yeah, Wolfi, when we spoke last week, the messages flooded in, on 40001 about Wolfi's. My son got this bike there. We went there for my first fitting. It made me love cycling. And like I said at the start, on our Instagram page, normally, with our stories, we can hope to get at best 30,000 views. This one's almost hitting 100,000 views, and, the shares as well. It just really shows how much of a pillar you are, not just perhaps of the cycling community, but just of the community in general in Dubai. I'm so glad that, Skoda Rally & Sons on Sheikh Zayed Road have been able to offer you this temporary home, and I wish you the best of luck with it. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing it with us first.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
That was the voice there of Wolfi. He obviously owns Wolfi's bike shop, giving us the news that they have a new home, like I said, at Skoda and Ali & Sons showroom on Sheikh Zayed Road. If you would like to send in any messages of support for Wolfi or your memories of the old shop, I'm sure the new shop, when they find a permanent home, will be bigger and better than before. Get in touch. The number's 40001, or you can WhatsApp me 04871 5500.
More of The Agenda is coming up next
on the UAE's #1 talk radio station, Dubai.